Oh, hi, welcome to my channel. And this is going to be take number 2 of this video. So my name is Santiago, and today I'm going to tell you why I became or how I became a Swiftie. So if you came here because of the title of the video, I'm going to answer quickly to your question. And no, Taylor Swift is not the new pop queen of pop music. You know what Nicki Minaj said? There's only one queen, and that's Madonna, and that's gonna be, and even after she's gone, like the king of pop is Michael Jackson, no matter what you say. That's how it is. Still, this being said, it's not because I don't like her, Taylor Swift, which is not true. As you can see from where I'm standing, my outfit, and even the back of it, I'll put the back there a bit later. So no, I don't think Taylor Swift's gonna be the next uh, pop princess or queen of pop, or however you want to call her, because first of all, I don't think she is a pop singer. For me, she's done so many different genres and styles of music that I don't consider that she's only a pop singer. Like Madonna has done loads of different kind of music, R&B, disco music, pop music, some rock music, same with Taylor. So saying that she's only a country music or a pop singer or whatever, I think is reducing her talent too much. Then again, I don't like comparing singers because there's room for everyone. So for me, Taylor is, in my opinion, and this is where most of the people are going to go crazy. So in my opinion, she is the best singer, but this being said, Madonna is still like a notch higher than her. But I'm gonna go and explain why I feel like that. Okay, so if you came for the question, there you get your answer. If you are familiar with the channel, you know I talk about a lot of things, and sometimes my videos go crazy long. So just stay. Um, I will just sit tight, wear your friendship bracelets, and let's hear my story about how I became a Swiftie. So I needed to get it on the side because I was getting too warm, and it happened the same with the first video I recorded. And after I finished wrapping it, and I was taking back all this stuff and putting everything back in the places, I realized that I was sitting on the microphone. And despite my partner saying that the sound was okay, I thought, no, if I'm going to make a video about Taylor Swift, I want it to be as good as I can. And I want it to be perfect, which we all know is impossible. But I thought I want to do something way better than what I did. So this is why I am redoing it again, which makes me think I wouldn't be a good actor because I hate doing reshooting scenes that I've already done. I like when it comes, if it doesn't come on the first time, then, you know, this is why my channel is the way it is, because I record things and sometimes there's mistakes, there's errors, and we move on. Life is like that. You can't reshoot a scene in your own life. So that's why this channel is the way it is. So here I am. I'm gonna show you how I became a Swiftie. And yeah, I've been a Madonna fan since forever, so as far as I can remember. If you've seen other of my previous videos where I talk about her, you would know that as long as I can remember, she's been there. But I've had other singers and artists that I like, and I ended up running across Taylor's music, and I liked it, and I love it, and now I just don't know how I have been living without her music. So yeah, that's the thing. And one of the things I like about doing this is I can move things around and drive people crazy. Like I would walk when I'm watching a video, I look at what's on the back. So here's my Taylor Swift collection, which I'm not going to talk about that today. Today I'm going to try to make a shorter video than the original one because it was like 40 minutes or something, and I don't think anyone will stay that long. So I first heard about her when I was living in France when she released 1989, which it's around 2015 or something like that. The thing is, um, we didn't get. Mm, I didn't heard about her before that, although she had been touring even to Spain. But that was the first time I've ever even known about her because my focus was on the pop singers I used to like, which were obviously Madonna, then also Kylie Minogue, Pink, um, so Natalie Imbruglia. So obviously, I thought, well, even Britney Spears I liked, but there was not enough room. I mean, and I will explain that later on with when I get to Taylor. So one day I was with my cousin when I was living in France, and we were watching TV, and there was the "Shake It Off" music video on the television, and I'm gonna try not to be too loud for him so he can sleep. So I saw the video, and my cousin said, "Oh yeah, that's she's a country singer, but now she's trying to get into pop music. So like she wants to become the new Christina Aguilera or the new Britney Spears. So yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." So another one because there's a lot of singers that try to become someone else, and that's why I said before I don't like comparing singers because they're not supposed to replace anyone or take the spot of anyone. They're just there. There's their own music. They have their own fan base, fan clubs, fans, and that's how it goes. You like it and you don't like it. It's fine. It's not because you like Rihanna that you can't like another singer like her, like I don't know, Beyonce or back then Aaliyah, you know. Anyways, so I saw the video. It was fun. It felt like, oh, she's having fun doing the video, but that was it. Then a bit later on, I ran into the Wildest Dreams video, and then I was, like you say, starstruck. I saw the video and I was like, oh my god, what's that? What? Wow! And oh, and then I saw it again that day because for some reason they were repeating it a couple of times. And so then I went back home, I downloaded the song and then the full album, and I listened to it in a loop for weeks. And I didn't know why I had to listen to that song so on and on. And at that time, I was seeing a sort of therapist that she tried to help me with the things I had. And one day I was listening to that song while walking in the street, and I ran into her, and she said, "Oh, sorry, so you look nice." I said, "Listen, I wanted to talk to you about something. I've been listening on a loop to a sad song, like a breakup song, and I've been listening to it. And the funny thing is, it's a sad song, but it doesn't make me feel sad. I mean, I'm really happy right now, so I shouldn't be listening to sad music. And I like that one. It makes me feel things." And she said, "Oh, that's because you're growing as a person," which I thought it was that. But then now that I've been doing some research, I know that one of the most recurrent meme about Taylor Swift is that she makes us feel things. And that's the thing. Well, and that's how it works. She allows you to go through heartbreak or loss or painful things through her music in a space where you're safe, So you're allowed to feel that pain without hurt. I don't know if I can explain it properly, but that's how it feels when you listen to the Torture Poets Department. There are some songs like "The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived," when she says, when she sings, "I would have died for your sins, instead I just died inside." That is so powerful, and all of us, we probably have felt like that betrayal, but it feels great to be able to feel it without having to go through it. And I will come back to that a bit later on. So, Wildest Dreams, that was it. I love the song. I like other songs from the album, like, well, Shake It Off and Style. But that was it. I liked it, but like I liked other singers that I was like, okay, they're fine, but that's it. So we move on to 2020. And so when I came back to Spain, I just forgot about not her, but about all the hype. I wasn't a fan while the Reputation drama and all the awful things that she had to go through because of you know well who, and it makes me really sad that she had to go through that, and there were people that would turn the backs on her. I would probably had kept being a fan during that time, but I was just busy with other stuff going on in my life. As well, that was when I lost my sister and all this stuff. So anyways, so 2020, during the pandemic, she released the Folklore album, which was unexpected, and it was a kind of music that I just didn't know I liked, and it struck me again. I mean, that album was, well, is an amazing album. Every time I have somebody that's not very sure about her, I said, listen, if you don't like her music because it's too pop music, which it's not, but anyways, go to that album, listen to it, and listen to the lyrics, because she's telling stories, which I didn't know that that's something that comes from her roots, from being a country singer, and I love that. It's so amazing because pop songs, they are nice, but they just tell a story very lightly, whilst country music goes really deep into that. Well, anyways, so I fell in love with her again, and I downloaded more things from her, but it was not the same vibe as Folklore. Then a bit later, she released Evermore, which was like, well, as she said, it's sister album, so they go like part one, part two, however you want to call them, and it was nice, but it was not the same. You know, it it didn't feel the same. Although Willow or Nobody No Crime were my favorites. Then when later on I listened to the album for a couple of times, and every song a couple of more times each. Then I came to like many other songs, but that's something that happens a lot with Taylor Swift, which I'm going to tell a bit later. So, between Evermore and Midnights, I went to work at a restaurant, and then I left that job to go to a bar because I thought it would be better. And I didn't expect to be bartending and serving drinks and getting and preparing drinks on my own. It was just awful. I had to do all the work on my own. I had to clean everything alone. So I was really desperate at the end of the day. I would come home crying because of the stress of trying to be the best, knowing that I was alone. No one would help me. So there we had Alexa, and the owner of the bar would say, listen, you can put whatever you want when you're on your own, as long as it's not weird music. So the chef and I would play like, oh, let's play Madonna. And one day she said, oh, let's play Taylor Swift. So Alexa played Taylor Swift, and that's what, and I liked, there were songs I knew, there were songs I didn't know, there were songs I knew, I had listened, I have heard on the radio, which I liked. And there was one specific song that made me feel the same way that Wildest Dreams made me feel, because Folklore was a whole album that I could connect with, and some songs, well, were like vibrating inside of me. But in this specific one, it was just one song. So I asked my best friend to Shazam it, and he told me it was called Delicate, and it was from Reputation. So I got home, I saw the music video, it was the song. I downloaded the album, I binge listened to the album, but yeah, they were nice songs, but Delicate. Oh my God. If you've listened to it, and you know how somehow she whispers in your ear, and she makes you feel things that may not be related with the song, but she gave me hope, and she helped me go through all those awful moments I was going through at the bar. So I would go back home feeling exhausted but hopeful because of her. So I can understand when people say that, oh, I'm a Swiftie because she saved my life. Yeah, I can understand that. And I was, until then, I would say, well, Madonna was there for me when I was a teenager, and when I came out of the closet, and when I realized that I liked men, and I was alone, and I was a nerd, and everybody hated me. And so I will, until then, I would say I'm here thanks to Madonna. But then time passed by, and you had to endure loss and heartbreak and things very tough, and other artists may be there for you, and that's where Taylor Swift came. So I I quitted the job, and then Midnights came out, and I loved it. Um, not all the songs. I connected with Anti-Hero the first moment I heard it, because of, well, apparently it's a song that neurodivergent liked a lot, because we feel a big connection with the song. So probably that's the thing. Then what happens with Taylor Swift is that that's why I say she's not a pop singer, because when you have a pop song, you listen to it once or twice and you know whether you like it or not. It's just that quick. But with her music, sometimes or many times you listen to one of her songs and you're like, okay. Then you have to listen to it once and twice and many more times until you really, there's something that clicks in your head and you just can't stop doing it. That happened to me with the Torture Poets Department. I listened to the album when it came out many times, and actually I didn't listen to any other thing for a couple of weeks. Back then I was already a Swiftie, so for me it was normal not to listen to anyone else but her, and it felt like I'd have to listen to that album all the time. I remember Florida, for example, which is the song that I've listened to the most. If you listen to the the well, the song that I've listened to the most on either on Spotify or on my cell phone, it's Florida. And the first time I heard it, I was like, oh my God, no. And then it happened. It happened also with, I can't, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. First time I heard it, I was like, what's the hype with that song? It's like, ugh. And then I had a very tough moment this summer. You know, those moments or those times where you're like, I don't know what to do because the options are doom or awful. demise or something like that. And I had that song stuck in my head for the whole day. Then I saw her live streaming of the concert. I don't remember where it was, and I felt there was a light at the end of the tunnel again. So yeah, I can say that she saved my life. So up until then, that was last summer, 2024. I would say, yeah, I'm a Swiftie. I love her music. She makes me feel things. I love the way she allows you to go through periods in your life where you don't want to go, and you're safe. Like I was saying before, I've lost my sister, so it's a very painful thing, and I probably will talk about that in another video. But when I listen to Marjorie, which is funny because it's from Folklore, and I didn't like the song until I saw her concert at the cinemas, and I thought, oh, that song. So I made a playlist with all the songs from the concert, and I forced myself to listen to them, and I loved all of them. But Marjorie is just that song that when you've lost someone you love, she knows exactly how it feels, the way you want to grasp to all those memories, and you wish you could go back in time to extend them, and you have the regret of not being enjoying more of that person. That sang in that song with the melodies and the music, you know what it means. I mean, if you're a Swiftie, you know what I mean. And if you're not a Swiftie, you can relate that there are some artists you may like that are like that you relate to the music to a level that probably people are going to say, oh, you're crazy. But, eh. So, so yeah, I went to see the concert on the cinema at the cinemas. Then I saw it in on Disney, and I regretted I couldn't get tickets to see her. And I remember it was just awful. I could feel when it was like a couple of a month or something like that before the concert I actually managed to see. I remember telling my partner I feel so odd because I feel physical pain about not being able to see her. And he said, well, it's okay. I said, but yeah, but you know, there are other dramas in the world. And for me, not being able to see her, it's something that upsets me so much. And yeah, I've missed concerts. For example, when Madonna went for the reinvention tour, she didn't come to Spain, and I was mad at her. I was mad as fuck. I even spent like, can't remember if it was a year or 6 months without listening to her music. I thought, well, you don't want to come to Spain. I'm not going to listen to your music. And I was really mad. But then I came back and I started listening to her again. But that was it. Whilst when I thought I was not going to be able to see Taylor Swift, I was not mad at her. I was just mad at everything. So my friends keep telling me you have to manifest it and you'll get to see her. And I did. I managed to get tickets. You've seen in another video that I've posted that we got outfits. We went there, and I must say that I thought I was going to cry the full concert. I remember watching on the live streams and on the Disney Channel when she comes out of the shell, sort of. I had goosebumps, and I thought, when I see that, I'm going to cry. I didn't. I actually enjoyed every beat and every second of it. I remember perfectly every piece of it. And when she started with Style, which is 18, sorry, 1989 era, which is my favorite. Well, the Torture Poets department gets really close, but yeah, it's how I met her. So for me, it's a very special album. So, and then when I started listening to her music, I discovered that there's maybe one or two songs I don't like as much as the rest, but it's an album I can listen to in a row, in the whole thing. So I remember when I went crazy when she came out, and the guitar. So I um I envy the people that knew her from the beginning, because I liked back then country music, and when I've listened to Fearless or Speak Now, Taylor's versions of both of them, I just think, oh, if I had listened to this album back when it was released, I would have loved it. But unfortunately, it didn't get to me until recently. Um, so in a way, I'm happy because I got to hear for the first time her re-recordings. That's why I haven't listened to her debut album, because I don't want to listen to the original songs. I want to listen to the ones she has recorded, which, by the way, and I'm probably going to be wrong, but in my opinion, she's going to release debut first and then Reputation, Taylor's version. That's all the clowning I'm going to do today. So, speaking of which, so when I listened to Wildest Dreams, Taylor's version, for the first time, I loved that song, and I was really scared she would do something that would make me feel, or make me love less the song. Well, she didn't. It was just, sorry, I think he wants some camera, some airing time. Rupert, estoy grabando. Vete con Rocco. Okay, so, and I loved the song. I loved her new version. So that's why I'm wondering how delicate it's gonna be, because I've heard snippets of it, and I want to. I want to listen to the full Taylor's version song. So I'm waiting for her Reputation TV to be released. But in the meantime, like I've said, we have so much of her work that we can rely on. We have the Torture Poet department that has only two music videos. I'm hoping for Florida, but unfortunately, I think that's not going to happen. Although I'm really happy that she got to sing it live in the last night in London and in Miami. So hopefully, there's going to be an official recording of that. And so yeah, that's basically how I became a Swiftie and why she's so important for me. As for being a Swiftie, it's also we belong to a community, to a fandom that's one of the best ones, if not the best one. And the other day on Blue Sky, some people were saying, yeah, but Swifties are so mean. And they're like, if you don't like Taylor Swift, you deserve to die. And I said to them, listen, you know what happens in the media is that the people that make the more, the more noise, the people that are the louder, are the ones that take all the credit for the rest. And there are like two or three of them. Most of the Swifties, we're just nice people and kind. And I've seen it, and I've shown you on previous videos that they've helped me with a lot of things. With his name, they were really nice. And even when the Aristo book was released and we couldn't get it in Europe, they even said, well, we can buy it for you and send it. But I said, well, listen, it's going to be so much money to spend on a book just on shipping and custom fees. I appreciate. I've never met fans that kind. I've been a fan of. I was in Madonna's fan club, and I had to go out because they were just evil. And with Kylie Minogue, I was in a fan club also. And again, I had to leave because it was, and I said that in another video, because it, I was like, no, that's not how I want it to be. But with these, of course, there are people that are crazy. Of course, that's everywhere. But I find that if you have to have a friend that's a Swiftie, just you have a very special person in your life. So for all the Swifties that are out there, I hope you can relate to what I'm saying. I hope you get viewed as what you are and not the mean things that people want us to be. And there's other videos that talk about that. So just scroll, and there's on the list you can look for that. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say about this video, and why for me Taylor is just such an amazing artist. I know there's some people that are gonna say that, yeah, but she does always the same kind of music. Well, I'm sorry. You can't say she does the same kind of music when she has Florida next to August, next to Enchanted, next to Look What You Made Me Do, next to Marjorie, or alongside with I Bet You Think About Me. So I can do it with a broken heart. It's even the Torture Poets Department album. I know people that say, "Oh, but it sounds all the songs seem the same, sound the same." Well, you haven't listened to it. So my advice, if you wanna get to like her, um, just don't trust a song on the first listening, because you need to listen to the story it tells. You need to listen and understand it. You need to listen to the music with the story and then combine them, and probably you're gonna like it. And if you don't, well, it's okay. There's a lot of artists out there that you can like. And so, because this is my channel and I like her, I'm going to talk about her. But you don't need to agree with me, as long as we all keep being polite. So this being said, like I said, this is going to be a very long video, so I'm going to wrap it up. Hopefully this time it's going to be for real. If you like the content and if you stayed all the way up to this part of the video, give me a like. If you want to comment, you can comment down there, and please like and subscribe. I always say that. And hopefully I will see you soon in another video. So thank you for watching once again, and see you soon. Bye.